Hi, good people. It is Kimberly doing the Car Chronicles. And since I haven't checked in, I'm sitting in a car, but since I haven't checked in a while, I just figured I'd come and do another Car Chronicle since it's been a month. I stopped counting, and it's all good. I think at this point of journaling my life, counting doesn't even matter. I just turned 59. I'm on my road to being 60. And at this point, a lot of things has transpired since my last Car Chronicles. And I am now separated, so I am jobless. But I don't want to say jobless. I'll say job free. That's more important. With hopes that I will get back onto the job market without ageism or discrimination. It's amazing that women, black women, are the number one human people that have been laid off. I don't know what the percentage is, but it's amazing because my pastor talked about it yesterday. Lovely T talked about it on how black American women unemployment rate is at an all-time high. It's the highest. The white women are employed. They have been getting employed. Now, I don't know if that's because of DEI and company that's doing away with those policies or equal opportunity situation, but I can't worry about that because my only thing is making sure I get gainfully employed. The good thing about it is I am working part-time, so it's what we call in the motorcycle world friction zone. So how that works is that when you are on a bike and you are trying to ease from the clutch with the gas, it's a transition without choking the bike. And so either you're going to go smooth or the bike is going to choke and cut off. And so you have to make sure you're in a friction zone, and you have to make sure you're easing into the zone in order for your bike to take off, and then when you're stopping. So you have to maneuver in between gears to make sure you got a smooth ride. And so with this, I don't know if I can talk about it, but hey, what y'all gonna do, fire me, because I'm already gone. But with this, they pay you 2 weeks vacation per year of service. For me, I have 8. Everybody knows me, knows that 8 is my favorite number because that is my birth year, and biblically it means new beginnings. So I'm okay with the 8 years, and I can't move around like I'm a spring chicken. The only thing I can say is that when I was younger, if I knew if I knew then what I knew now, I would have been moved around every 6 to 8 years, if that. But see, I'm a person that likes longevity. To me, that makes it look like stability. It's just like when you're in a marriage, the longer the marriage, the better you look. Like, you don't want to be in a 1-year relationship and then you meet people and they be like, well, what happened 1 year? Or you married for 1 or 2 years and people want to know what happened. But I look at that because people spend the majority of their life in a company, and it's like you're married to a company. So the first time I was laid off was from Morgan Stanley after giving them over like 20 years of my life of service. And when they let me go, I cried like a baby because I felt like I was being divorced. Like, I don't know what divorce feels like because I've never been in a relationship, but it was like getting a divorce. And I think that anybody that has been at a job for so long and being asked to leave can relate, if they have been married, on how parallel the feeling is of being let go. It's like rejection. So when I went out and I started to engage in a sorority from Zeta Phi Beta, I won't say the chapter, I felt like their rejection was a little harsh, because the worst thing of having a bad answer is not having no answer. I would rather have an answer and somebody tell me, at least tell me what I did wrong, or tell me what you did not like, so I can move forward with improvement, And maybe the next time, if I want to engage, I will go forward in a different way. But if you don't tell me, or if you close a chapter without reading the book, or if it's like opening up a book and starting from the middle, or just going to the last chapter and just saying you're finished without reading the whole thing. I don't know if I'm making sense, but anyway, that's how I feel. I feel that when things don't work out and it's a rejection, I don't take rejection well. However, with this last job, they treated me well. But there is a twinge of resentment inside. I'm not bitter. I just hate that the country is in the state of this in, and black women are taking the brunt of it. Educated black women. And I've only got my bachelor's. I wanted to go back to school and get my master's, and I'm not up in the PhD and dissertations and things like that, but I do consider myself educated because I have my bachelor's. I would like to go back and get my master's, whatever, but I was reading somewhere where there was a woman who had a degree in like some kind of scientific technology master's, and she was working at a job and she was politely asked to leave, and now she's teaching yoga. Imagine that. So that's where we are. So at this point, I'm going to gracefully take my layoff, and again, 2 years vacation per year that I've been with the company. That's 16 weeks that I'll get paid. However, the caveat, I cannot work in the same field, and I cannot, I guess, take another job until my 60 days is up, which is the end notice. And then once that happens, then I'll get a severance. However, if I decide to do something before that, and let's say a job calls me, I really have to make it worth my while, because if I do take the job, it will forfeit my severance. So imagine waiting 60 days and then your severance kicks in, versus a company might call me in 40 days and I take it and I start and I get fingerprinted, whatever it takes to get back into that world, because I'm bonded. Say 40 days, I take it, and then I run the risk of losing the whole severance. So I'm trying to navigate my life and apply for things strategically so it can fall into place gracefully and be an easy transition. But of course, in life, nothing is easy. Just pray for me, and with hopes that I land. I always thought that in spite of the things that I go through, they're not going through it because of me or for me, but I'm going through it to help somebody else through a situation. And I can respect that. Because I want other people to learn and not have to go through stress and strife. And if I have to be sacrificed, or if the Lord is using me in a certain kind of way for me to go through a process so somebody else won't have to, like if I have to kick the doors in so somebody else behind me could walk through, that's fine. Life is too short, and I'm getting too old to be sitting up here concerned or worried about uncertainty in the future. So with that said, wish me luck. But the main reason why I wanted to do my car chronicles is because my father is in surgery right now. So I'm sitting in a car. It's not like I had to work. So I was anticipating working from, the hospital, which I'm sitting outside in the car. But right now, he's in surgery. He should be out in another hour or so. So I had some time. I wanted to check in and do some car chronicles. But I think what bothered me is that I'm getting all of these weird requests from digital profiles on Facebook, or I don't know what their positions are. They're not even regular people with like regular careers, or I don't know why they set themselves up as a digital creator. I don't know. I guess they, but whatever it is, the algorithm is sending my profile out into the world where people are just adding me. So I'm getting like 40 requests every other day. Maybe I would say 25 requests a day. Like, I have added 500 friends, but I think it's tiresome when you don't want to. I mean, the way the Lord works, it's going to happen. If you're going to meet somebody, you're going to meet somebody, and if it's in happenstance, I guess you'll just meet somebody. But with me, I'm always thinking, well, if I delete this person, what if this person is the person I'm supposed to meet? Because I'm trying to go ahead and go through and forward in my walk of meeting my person. And so I hate having to sift through different profiles to find out why is this person adding me, or what do we have in common. Most of the people that I've been adding on my Facebook page are people who have a friend in common with me, or in the bike world in Baltimore and Maryland, or in the DMV or Baltimore City, Delaware. I will accept friendships. However, there's some digital creating pages of people that just reside in Maryland that I don't know from Adam. I don't know if it's a scamming page, but they've been requesting my friendship. And so I have added a couple of people that I did not want to. And only thing I can say is welcome to the block party. Because after I find out who you are, or after I find out like your actions, if your actions doesn't align with my beliefs or how I feel, and maybe your page is private, and then once I add you in, then I can see your profile, you're going to be blocked and deleted. Do I look like a person that really cares at this point who you are? Do I look like I will add you to the block party? Because I really will add you. I block people that I know that I'm no longer cool with. I have no problem with that. So I have no problem with blocking and deleting people that I don't know. So I added this guy. Look, and I'm not the greatest looking person in the world, but I'm not shallow to the point where, I'm not going to add him on as a friend because, he don't look right. But I added this one person. And as soon as I added him, he had the nerve to hit me in my DM on a FaceTime at 12 o'clock at night, a.m. And I'm like, who are you? So I wasn't going to answer. I was just going to go ahead and get that off. Once I was done, block him. I said, but you know what? You got the right one today. I got time. I was asleep. I just got up because my phone indicator was going off, and I was like, hey, I'm up. I might as well go to the bathroom, So I answered the phone, and this dude ain't had no teeth. He had like one tooth and then a space and then another tooth. I kid you not. And he was talking, smiling, and gumming at the same time, talking like, yeah, I'm just trying to see what you doing. Why you so mean? Negro, I am asleep. Why are you hitting me up in a DM? And I'm like, I don't know you. Well, I just wanted to get to know you. This is not how you get to know me. And I said, I'm going back to bed. And so he was like, okay, yeah, well, I'm going to hear from you tomorrow. Okay, that's what you think. And as soon as I hung up, I put him on the block party list. So to all the people that's going to see this, men, if you're trying to hit up the ladies, that's not the way to do it. I consider myself a woman of maturity. You're going to have to court, have a conversation with me. I'm not the nicest person, but you got to figure out a way to break that in order to talk to me. I'm not a hard person to deal with either. I'm not difficult. I don't ask for a lot. I'm very quiet. I don't bother nobody. But I don't like bullies, and I don't like people to push up on me to feel like aggression is the way, because That's not the way to do it. If you want to talk to me, make a conversation. How are you doing today? And if I feel like answering, I'll answer. And you know why? Because my whole life, I'm going to kick you some real stuff right now. My whole life, and my adolescence, my teen years, whatever, I've always been self-conscious. I never really thought I was a good-looking woman. And that's not because of me. It's because of the way other people made me feel. Up until I had my sons. Like my kid's father used to always say, oh yeah, for you to be dark, blah, 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 blah. Or, my family don't like dark people, so you're the darkest person I ever, blah, blah, blah. So, my skin color has been a problem for people. I've had people talk about my weight, so that's always been a problem. I've always been self-conscious on how I look. My mother used to embed in me that God didn't make no junk, and used to always tell me I'm a princess and I'm good looking and I'm cute, and I never believed it until the years started passing by and I started seeing people buy what I already have. And when I walk into a place now, I'm black girl magic, black woman magic. I had a white guy call me out of my name, all kind of bitches, this and all of that, excuse my language, because I'm not a cursor anymore, but call me all kind of names when I'm Queen Mother Earth. We are the original man, and we are the chosen people. So while you sitting here calling me names, because now I am into who I am, and I'm getting comfortable in my skin. And if nobody likes it, nothing I can do about it. I got less years ahead of me than I do behind, as my mother would say. And so, I can be all kind of ugly bees, and, I can be this, I can be that, but I am who I am. I can't change it. I can't go back and unring that bell. I didn't ask to be here. My parents made me. I look like my mother and my father. So what am I going to do? And so I have this thing where I walk into a place with so much confidence now, confidence that I never had. And I know I'm beauty. I know I'm beauty because I have gray hair and I have wisdom. I've been there, done that. So what are you going to call me? Oh, yeah, well, you do look old and this, that, and the other. Okay, because I am. What else you got? Oh, well, you fat. I lost 100 pounds now. What else you got? So there's really nothing that people can do or say to me anymore. So I feel that through all those years of strife, all those years of insults, all those years of people making me feel self-conscious about the way I look and everything, I'm carrying it to a point where now the ball is in my court. What are you going to do about it? So while you're sitting there, I had one guy sitting up there talking about, yeah, for every tattoo you got, you probably got a baby daddy. Excuse me, I got one child's father. I had twins, so that's two at one time, and one kid's father. I was not the type of person to be out here with 5 kids and 5 different baby daddies. No, you got me twisted. That's not me. So it's amazing how people can just look at you and just judge you. So now the ball is in my court. I'm the one that's driving. I got the reins. So at this point, I get to choose who I want to deal with. I don't care if you fine. I don't care if you looking like Aaron Pierre. I don't care if you looking like Brad Pitt. I don't care if you looking like Damson Idris. I don't care who you look like. It's what's up here and it's what's in here. And if all of that aligns with what I got going on, because I try not to date with age. I try to date by stage. Don't date with age, you date with stage. So depending on what you got going on, it might work. Try not to become a member of the block party. But anyway, that's my time. I just want to come on and give you a good 20 minutes of what was going on. And I'm going to head on out. Wait for my dad to call. This is them calling. Talk to you later. Peace.